West Kentucky Real Estate and Auction holds monthly auctions at the Auction Center on U.S. Highway 62 in Princeton, in the former Hancock's grocery store. Be sure to check their website for dates and times and listings of auctions and days at the Auction Center. WestKentuckyRealEstate.com has all of their upcoming auctions listed. If you would like to have an auction or would like to find out how to consign at an auction, contact West Kentucky Real Estate and Auction. Wayne Boyd, broker auctioneer.
Fortner Gas is a full-service propane company offering services in Western Kentucky. You'll find offices located in Princeton and Cadiz. They're your local and family-owned propane supplier. Browse their website and discover the many services and products available to you at Fortner Gas. You can shop in person or online, and they can answer any and all questions in person or on the phone. If they are already your propane supplier, they say thank you. If not, they'd love to be. Contact Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Local businesses have supported us in every regard. Now it's our turn to support them.
At the Edge Media Group, we believe that 2021 will be the start of the greatest comeback of all time. You truly made a difference in 2020 as you chose to support local and to rally behind our local businesses, clubs, organizations, and communities. We choose hope, and we're asking you to join us to motivate, inspire, and support others as we seek to not only survive, but to actually thrive. We believe that our communities can make the comeback stronger than the setback. It starts with supporting local. It is sustained by being positive and extending kindness. Please continue your extra efforts to support local. And thank you from the Edge Media Group for being a part of the greatest comeback of all time. You are making a difference.
The Edge Media Group encourages you to support local. Be sure to post what you're doing to show your support. Hashtag support local.
It's time for your SportsEdge.com Sideline Report with Todd Griffin. Talking sports and more here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYOnline.com. Here's your host, Todd Griffin.
Good morning, everyone. The Sideline Report is on the air from 1035 West Main Street in Princeton. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Got a busy studio with us today. First of all, Caldwell County Lady Tiger head basketball coach Chuck Mitchell is in the studio with us. Chuck, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
J.J. Griggs, his assistant coach, is with us this morning. J.J., thanks for coming in this morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
And Caldwell County Youth Incorporated President Dwight Meeks is in the house with us this morning. Dwight, good morning.
Good to see you, Todd. Good to see you.
Glad everybody could show up today on a rainy day, but going to be a great day here at the Sideline Report, and Chuck, you guys are about ready to get going.
Yeah, we got a scrimmage Saturday morning. We've got Ohio County coming in and Christian County, and we're gonna play about 3 hours, and from 10 we'll start at 10 and get done about 1, and we're looking forward to it.
How did you kind of get Christian County and Ohio County to come over?
Well, Coach Kiki and I are pretty good friends at Christian County. I've got to know the Ohio County coach. He actually resigned and had agreed to come, and the coach that's there now is decided he would come. And so, we've gotten to know each other pretty well. So it's going to be different teams, different looks, and they're both young, so we'll see.
Well, that kind of fits in with you guys too, right?
Oh, yes, sir. We're very young, and, as a coach, you're excited about coaching young teams. I've done this before, and building a program, you're going to have those years where you're going to be a little bit younger, but we've got some kids we can mix in with the older kids, and it's going to be an exciting year for us.
And JJ still at it again on the basketball staff?
One more time. This is it.
You said that last year.
No. I mean it this year. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. There's a lot of young kids, but they're talented, so we'll just have to see what happens.
How has practice been going for you guys?
It's been going well. We don't have very many kids, and so they're getting a lot of reps, and those reps are getting better every day, and it's visibly noticeable that they are, and so that's a good thing. So they're not getting much rest. Hopefully they're going to be in really good shape, so they're not really going to have an option, but it's been fun. They've been having fun, and they've picked it up past couple of days especially, and they're ready to play somebody else. So Saturday should be interesting.
We haven't had any 6-footers move in recently?
No, but, we're on the lookout.
Send them our way.
Yeah, send them our way.
Well, and Dwight, Youth Incorporated is going to be starting basketball up really quickly, too.
Yeah, actually, we start practice tonight, and I think our first game is November the 20th, maybe?
Yeah, right there.
Something around in there. So, yeah, we're getting fired up. We've had a lot of kids. This is a big year, boys and girls. And so we're looking forward to getting started and being a building program for these guys.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, there was a lot of people that played basketball. It was a big deal. We went to Fredonia for most of the regular season, and then the reward was you got to play up at the Butler Gym in the postseason tournament. And, of course, I can still remember walking into the Fredonia gym and smelling the popcorn.
Hey, we're still going to play down there. Fredonia Baptist has opened up their gym. K through 2 played there all last year. They're going to open it up again this year. We're going to play K through 2. Also some, I think, 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th grade games. So hats off to those people down there. And I do love that gym.
Yeah, it's perfect for youth basketball. It's just a little bit shorter, and you don't kill yourself running up and down the court all night. And
yeah, you walk into that gym and just brings back memories. I know it does for me. Walking into the gyms that are a little tighter. We called them cracker boxes, but they were awesome when the fans got in there roaring. It was a great environment.
But when the Fredonia gym was opened, that was one of the biggest, best gyms around.
Wow.
Back in the day, they were a little smaller. So.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we're talking this morning with Chuck Mitchell and J.J. Griggs and Dwight Meeks. Need to get to a timeout here on the show, but we'll come back. Lots more to talk about here on the Sideline Report on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Life is filled with moments. Moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy offers a wide range of family-friendly classes as well as personal training, yoga, gymnastics, sports training, cardio, and weightlifting. Trilogy has something for everyone. Trilogy now offers an app with online workouts, live classes, nutrition tracking, and more. Search Trilogy Performance Sports in your app store. Use sign-up code 1824. For app info and more, follow them on Facebook.
Kentucky's oldest and best rodeo is back and better than ever. It's the MSU Racer Roundup, coming November 18th to the 20th at the Bill Cherry Expo Center in Murray, Kentucky. Show starts 7 p.m. nightly. It's 3 big nights of wild, heart-pounding rodeo action as some of the best rodeo athletes battle for their shot at the College National Finals Rodeo. Don't miss a moment of all the riding and roping action. And advanced kids tickets are just $5. Save money. Buy your tickets now online at msurodeo.eventbrite.com. Hang on tight, because it's going to be a wild ride.
Get the care that you need to stay mentally and physically well from the convenience of your home. Health First Community Health Center is doing their part to help stop the spread. They're now offering telehealth services to keep you healthy at home. Scheduling a virtual visit with your medical or behavioral health provider is easy. All you need is a smartphone, tablet, or computer and internet access. Contact their office for an appointment at 877-667-7017. That's 877-667-7017. At Health First, your health is their first concern.
In this season of Thanksgiving, Hancock's Neighborhood Market wants to know what you are thankful for. Head over to WPKYonline.com and let them know what you're thankful for, and you'll be entered to win a $200 Hancock's Neighborhood Market gift card just in time for Thanksgiving. Winner announced November 18th.
A new look and a new feel as the new high school sports season gets underway. Coverage of your favorite teams and players. Download the free, updated YourSportsEdge.com app now. High school sports coverage the way it's supposed to. YourSportsEdge.com.
Back on the Sideline Report here at 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Thanks for tuning in. Lady Tiger basketball coaches Chuck Mitchell and J.J. Griggs with us. Also, Caldwell County Youth Incorporated President Dwight Meeks in the studio with us on the show this morning. And, gang, we were talking about the old Fredonia gym and the throwbacks. And Chuck, we need to get another throwback down at Butler because those are always fantastic.
They're the one that I experienced with Crittenden County a couple years ago, I guess. The fans were unbelievable. We went into overtime. We was able to win that game, but it was the atmosphere that you'll leave that place thinking about. That gym and the atmosphere. It brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, JJ, I remember the first time they played one down there, and everybody was kind of like, well, why would you want to play at Butler?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then everybody showed up and the place was packed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kids especially, they're like, why are we playing at the Butler gym? And we were like, just wait. And there was so many more fans were there, and they're just right on top of you, and it was almost electric. And the kids really liked it. They've even said something about, are we going to have a throwback game? So they remember that we've had them in the past, so that's a good thing. So we might need to look at that.
Well, and there was just so many memories in the old Butler gym, and we were talking during the break. The crowd was just right on top of the floor. So, Chuck, you kind of had that intimidating factor going on.
Exactly. It reminded me of the old Everett's gym and Cumberland and Kaywood gyms in Harlan, where I was at in Harlan. And the fans were right down and breathing over your neck, and it was hot in there, and the atmosphere was great, especially when you're playing a rival school. So I love that. I think that's good for basketball, good for the kids.
Now, the Cab has a lot more room, and there's more space for everybody, and it's more comfortable, but it doesn't quite have that intimidation factor that Butler used to have back in the day.
Yeah, I hope that we could play one this year. It would be great. I don't know what Coach K thinks about it, but I'm telling you, it was a great atmosphere for us the first time we did it.
Well, and I guess we couldn't do anything last year because of COVID.
Right,
yes,
right.
Sir.
That was the main reason why.
So hopefully we've kind of moved on from that and can start looking at stuff like that. But, I remember the night Caldwell County beat Travis Ford down here. And
oh, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, Travis hit a shot. I guess it was at the end of the second overtime from about the old hash mark, if you remember the hash mark on the court. And
I remember.
Eventually they waved that off, and Caldwell County beat Madisonville North Hopkins in 2 overtimes.
Wow.
So remember UHA bringing some teams over? Todd County Central used to have some really good teams that would come over and play. And, again, the Butler gym was just a whole lot of fun. And Dwight, back in the day, it was kind of the reward. If you could win far enough in the postseason and Youth Incorporated Little League, you got to play down at Butler. And,
that's right.
We got to play in the championship game down there one year, so that was kind of fun.
Todd, and I think also down at Butler, you're downtown where people walked and stuff like that.
Definitely.
We had a lot of people walking to the gym, and you can't do that down here now, but boy, I remember as a kid, we just lived and breathed going to that gym, and watching like Donnie Woods and Ronnie Spry and Bob Williams and people like that just shooting what would have been threes back then.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I don't know how many threes they would have rung up, but boy, those were some good times.
Well, now you're dating all of us, though, because we all remember when there was no three-point.
Thanks. I thought I was getting off being the youngest in the room because it was good, but not anymore.
I guess that was 87, 88, somewhere around there that the three-point came along in high school. So, well, Chuck, want to get to this year's team a little bit? Are you guys ready for that first scrimmage coming up Saturday?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we've been, like Coach Griggs said, we've been working very hard. The kids are ready to face somebody new and see what we've been doing in practice, if we can translate that into a game situation. And we're going to be young at certain positions, but a lot of them had a little bit of experience last year. Paris Gray, of course, she started just about the entire year, and Katie Smiley, she was in the lineup a lot. So, those, and AJ Hollowell, she's a very, very good, talented player, and she's just a junior along with Elvis Presley McKinney. She really has come along. She's grown a lot, so she's gotten big and stronger. So we're excited about the chance to get to play a couple teams and see what we need to work on.
Yeah.
Before next week.
You guys relied so much on those seniors last year, though, that, you kind of have to rebuild a little bit for this season.
Right. And we tell them all the time, Carson Parker and J.C. Jaggers are not going to walk through the door anytime soon. And obviously, I said that one day down at the Butler, and here comes J.C. walking through the door to visit. So, and it was great. So, at that point, you shut down practice and you visit with one of our leading scorers in Lady Tiger history, and she misses it so bad, but she misses the girls and everything about it. But, we're excited about Saturday.
Well, looking ahead, the regular season's just 2 weeks from Monday, I guess now. So it's literally right on top of us.
Right here, Whitesville Trinity is coming to town on the 29th. I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get off in November. That's when we start, So it's going to be an exciting season for us. There are going to be some peaks and valleys, and we're going to keep working. We're going to play hard. We're going to get on the floor. We've been working on a lot of fundamentals, blocking out. Rebounding is going to be a key for us. Who's going to get on the glass and help us out there? We got some middle schoolers that are tough as a pine knot. And they're ready to go. They're going to help us a little bit on the glass. Coach Griggs' JV team is going to really help us as soon as we get the middle schoolers up there. So, we're ready to go. November 29th is right here.
Do you kind of have a starting five in mind yet, or are you guys still looking for people to kind of step up and take those spots?
We're looking. We got an idea of the experience we've got. There's probably 7 or 8 in the mix. I mentioned the 5 a few minutes ago, but then you got Briley Butts and Morgan Anderson who are going to play a lot. Paris Gray, with all the experience she's got, she's going to be out there. She's going to have a target on her back. Katie Smiley played a lot. That's somebody people are going to have to contend with for the next 4 years because she's going to be a player. And then you got AJ, and then you got Presley. So Jakaya Copeland's come on. She's really in the mix. She's playing super hard. I'm excited about her. And then everybody knows they're interviewing for a job, so they're going to work every day.
Yeah. Well, JJ, you talked about this at practice the other day. You're kind of waiting for some of those middle school kids to come up just so you can have a full-fledged practice.
Yes, it's hard when you only have 10 or 12 kids in the gym, and they are going after each other every day. And some of those some of the newer ones may not be as strong yet as some of the older kids, and it's hard really to get a competitive practice. But this week they've really stepped it up a little bit more and made it more competitive. But some of those middle schoolers have experience as well, and some of them played with us last year, and so they already know the rigmarole, as you say, and they know what to expect when they get up there. And so once they get there, it'll kind of just make practice be a little bit more competitive, and then everybody will definitely continue to grow. And I think probably you're talking about starting 5. I always tell them it doesn't matter who starts, it matters who plays and gets the job done. But also, I foresee that changing on a nightly, daily, and it definitely who he starts November 29th will not be who he starts in March. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, Lyon County baseball coach Ricky Baker had a great line yesterday. They had 3 kids signed to play baseball down at Lyon County yesterday, and when Coach Baker got up to speak, he's like, these guys were great for us last year, and they have a good chance of starting again this year if they work hard.
Right.
So there you got 3 kids that are going to Kent State and Murray State and Kentucky Wesleyan, and
Nice.
They're expecting them to step right back up and earn those jobs. So that's kind of
exactly. Just because you have had one in the past does not mean you will keep it. That's for sure.
And Chuck, they always say you only need 5 for basketball, but that's not completely true. You need those kids behind them to push those 5.
Yeah, and I think we've got probably 7, 8, 9 that are really pushing each other for minutes on, and and we'll find out more what you can handle in a game situation, because some of them we just don't know, and these scrimmages is going to give us a great idea where we're at.
Well, first scrimmage is this Saturday. Do you have a second scrimmage on there?
I do. We're going to Crittenden County the following Saturday, and I'm not sure who we're playing yet. Probably Carlisle County. We're going to play a round robin. We're going to play 3 or 4 different teams over there. Shannon said we just kind of play for our 3 hours.
And then you've got Whitesville Trinity in that first game out of the 3rd region. How do you kind of get hooked up with them?
Well, it's kind of, they come. My first year, they came to our house and scrimmaged at the cab, and we got to know the head coach. She's a wonderful person, and we just stayed in touch. And she wanted to play us. We were loaded with seniors. She was young. Now it's going to be a little reversal. We're going to play them twice, and she's got 3 or 4 seniors, and we've got 1 really. So it's a good trip. Now the drive is not fun, but
no, it's not.
They've got a great facility there, and I don't know about. I'm kind of new here. These 3rd region officials.
Oh, they're interesting.
Mercy day. It's different.
They like to play it a little more physical, right?
Most definitely.
Unless it's gold and blue.
Right, unless you're us, and then they don't like it.
Well, anytime you go out of region, though, you don't get a call. And,
that's right.
And teams that come here will say the same thing.
They will.
That's right.
First region teams will come in and say, you guys call everything, and you go to the first region and they don't call anything. So it's just
when I was at Tillman, they didn't let you play.
Yes.
Well, I always notice the first region games get over quicker. So
they're fast. Yep.
Well, we talked about having depth, and I know that's something every coach wants, but you kind of like to press, so that depth is really important for the way you kind of want to play, right?
Right, and we're doing a lot of we're working on our presses in practice mainly. To get our press offenses better. Right now, we know we're probably going to be pressed, but our ball handling has gotten so much better that I'm excited to see how we do against any kind of press, or hope Saturday we get pressed a lot so we can see what we're going to be up against. I love to press, zone press, man-to-man, and there'll be spots we can do it.
Right.
And there'll be spots we'll have to
sure.
settle in and play a good half-court man or a zone.
Well, one of the games coming up early in the season, you've got Todd County Central coming in, and there's a former Tiger there, Matt Fralick, so we'll get a chance to see his squad.
He's a great guy. We stay in touch. We met and we stay in touch, and he texted me. He said, "I'm going in for my interview today." He said, "Pray for me." And he come out and he told me he got the job. And listen, on social media, we keep up with each other, and he is so excited. He's posting everything, and he's going to be a great fit for that program. Good young coach, good guy.
Well, and it looks like they've got a good team coming back, too.
Yeah, they're going to be all right. They're going to be a pretty good team to 10 with. We played them this past summer, and they're very competitive. I'm telling you, they got 2 players that can score. So
they're over in the 4th region, though. So, unfortunately, when you're over in that region, you get to the region tournament time, and there's always a bowling green school waiting for you sometimes.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
But we've got a couple of former Tigers, maybe more than that out there coaching. Michael Fralick is still over at Hopkins County Central coaching the boys there. So that always kind of adds a little more when they come back, JJ, into the cab. And,
definitely.
Can always just feel those rivalry games ramp up a little bit.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. And the kids usually figure it out, too. Not the players necessarily, but the kids in the stands, the fans will figure it out, and that makes it more fun for them for some reason. They think it's going to be even better if we beat them. So anything for excitement. Our student section has been lacking a little bit this year, but hopefully we're trying to bring them along. We built them back up, and then I don't know. We got to keep working on it.
When I first came here, a guy told me, and he's sitting to my left, he said, "No matter what happens, beat Lyon County." That's what he said. I'll never forget that. He whispered, he said, "Beat Lyon County. That's all you got to do."
To keep everybody happy.
Yeah, keep everybody happy.
For sure.
Well, that's kind of, for the old timers, Lyon County was the big game.
Yeah.
That was always.
Right.
It seems like anymore, and maybe JJ, you can talk about that because you've kind of seen it through several different sports. Kind of feels like Trigg County has become the big game.
Trigg, I think it depends on what sport. I think it changes some because I think, and even Crittenden is in there a lot. I think with all the surrounding counties that at least touch us, I think it's big, especially now with social media. All the kids know each other, they talk to each other. So we used to know we would know people from Lyon County when we played them because they were close enough and we were friends with them, and so that made it kind of all that more important to beat them. But I think now they're friends with everybody everywhere, and it's really important. It's dire that they beat that team just so they can go brag about it.
Yeah.
But it does make it a little bit more fun, makes it more more meaningful to get that win against those friends of yours that you're playing against. So, but yeah, Trigg County has come along, but I do think Crittenden's right in there too. They always want to beat Crittenden. For sure.
And from a volleyball standpoint, it seems to me like those kids play with each other on so many different traveling teams.
They do.
You're playing against somebody that you played with, just a few months ago.
Right.
So.
Yes, and that's a whole different bird too. But and when I first started coaching, I didn't understand all that until I had one do it, and they get to be friends, and that's a good thing because how many of them really are going on to the next level? That's not what it's about. It's about being part of a team and growing and becoming a better person, and I think that's the reason why kids need to be involved in team sports, which is one thing that makes me so sad that there's not that many kids participating anymore. I'm glad to hear that the Youth Incorporated numbers are up. Get your kids involved if you got younger kids. Even if they're not very talented, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, I think anybody that has ever played sports or coached or anything or just been a fan, you want to win every game.
Sure, definitely.
But realistically,
it's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Exactly. It's life.
Unless you're the 3rd and 4th grade football team, and then it's going to happen.
You can go 10-0 and win the championship.
Yeah.
Did you like that segue for me to get out of the door? I got to go back to work.
All right. Well, that was good. We're going to talk about the junior pro teams coming up, going 10-0, the 3rd, 4th grade team, and of course the 5th, 6th grade cheerleaders also won the cheer competition up at the Jamboree in Sturgis on Sunday. So, Dwight, as far as Youth Incorporated goes, that was a pretty nice day up there.
I tell you what, that team, 3rd and 4th grade, they were just a good group of kids, what they Chuck.
Very good.
Very easy to coach. Now, I think they got their butts reamed out quite a bit, but, that's just to make them better players. And they knew we wasn't mad at them. We're just trying to make them better players. And they'll get some more of that when they get into the high school. They'll get reamed out. But such a good group of boys to play with, and just that group has actually been, even in baseball and in basketball last year, will be I think a force to reckon with.
They're very. It's a group, one of those groups coming through that you're excited about, you know, because if you're always going to lose one or two, but they can play. They're 2 or 3 sports, and if they stay together, I can foresee some good things happening to them.
Just to stay together, though, that's a big thing.
We need to get to another break here on the show. We'll be back with more with Chuck Mitchell and Dwight Meeks. J.J. Griggs had to say goodbye to us, but we appreciate her coming by this morning. Stay with us as we continue on the Sideline Report here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Black Patch Grill.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Showers expected this Veterans Day, mainly before lunchtime. A high near 63 and a south wind that'll shift to the west and be anywhere between 14 and 25 miles an hour. That chance of precipitation is 90%. Tonight, mostly clear skies expected with a low around 39. And then Friday, things cooling down just a little bit. Partly sunny with a high near 56 and a west-southwest wind that's going to be as high as 22 miles an hour in certain moments. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 30. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 46. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 31. And then jump to Sunday, slight chance of showers in the afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 51. And Sunday night, partly cloudy, low of 31. But again, this Veterans Day, showers in the morning, high near 63. Things clear off right after lunchtime, and a brisk day. Winds as high as 24 to 30 miles an hour.
Our Daily Bread in Eddyville is known for their wonderful homemade breads and fabulous desserts, sandwiches, and brick oven pizza. But they're also known for making your holidays easier and delicious. They are now accepting orders for Thanksgiving. Order chicken and dressing, cornbread dressing, ham and pineapple, pork tenderloin, chicken tetrazzini, or how about lasagna? And oh, the desserts. And homemade rolls, of course. Place your orders by November 18th at Our Daily Bread in Eddyville. Call 270-388-4328.
Grab your lunch and help feed our area kids with Caldwell County Feeding God's Children. The food will be ready at 10:30 for pre-orders or hot off the grill at Butler Parking Lot this Friday. Get your pre-order in by texting or calling 270-625-4627. Butterfly pork chop sandwiches for just $7, or the whole meal, including drink, chips, and dessert for just $10. Grab your lunch and help feed our area kids with Caldwell County Feeding God's Children.
Back on the Sideline Report here at 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Thanks for tuning in this morning. The Caldwell County Tiger football team ended its season last Friday with a playoff loss down at Murray. Still finishing the season, though, with a fine 7-4 record. And we've got one more C3 Power Lineman of the game to honor for this season. Brady Holman was the Power Lineman of the game for the Murray contest. The Power Lineman brought to you by C3 Electric, selling and servicing Generac generators, new construction, remodels, and more. With over 24 years experience, you can trust C3 Electric for quality service and installation. And we appreciate C3 Electric for sponsoring the Power Lineman of the game this season. And Chuck, football, I thought, had a really good season, going 7-4.
Oh my gosh, yes. They had some ups and downs as far as as kids being quarantined. And I'm telling you what, 7-4, he did such a great job with them boys. I'm telling you, they were fun to watch. And when they got everybody back, it was on.
Well, some struggles early in the season, but Dwight, they were able to figure those things out. And like I said, I thought 7-4 was just a really great season.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people, along with myself, didn't think we'd be 7-4. I thought we had a good defense, and we did. We had a good defense. Our offense, but I'll tell you what, our offense started shining.
Yeah.
They really did. They come to play.
Kid can run the ball.
They really did. They come to play. Hats off to them.
Well, something to be said for tradition and kind of coming through a winning program. Those kids didn't expect to be 7-4. They expected to be 11-0 and still playing this week. So,
Exactly.
That's kind of the mindset you get when you have a little success. So that's kind of something, it's easy to say, tough to do, but that's kind of, anytime you're running a program, Chuck, you're kind of trying to build on that so that everybody, it kind of snowballs and you just keep on going.
It mushrooms and keeps going for you. Whether that's why you're working at it every day. I know Coach Barnes worked on it every day. His coaching staff's unbelievable. I got to know Coach Riley pretty well, and Josh, he's just a super guy. He's teaching high school and the elementary school. Josh Young, so great coaching staff. The kids they really do well with the kids.
We were talking earlier about throwbacks and maybe playing at Butler, and you mentioned during the break there that we may have a throwback this year. We might go back to the
jump ball. Yeah, that everything's up in the air. Seems like we've had our everybody's done their clinics, but then they're saying we're doing different things. But a lot of things are growing. A lot of places I go in middle school, fans are not wearing masks, and I've not seen coaches wear at any other school wear a mask. So, I'm hoping that mushrooms and things keep getting better, and we can get back to a little bit of normalcy.
Well, and for one thing, we're starting on a regular time this year, so that should help too.
Yes, sir. That's we've knock on wood. We've been fortunate as far as quarantines. Mike Long, our athletic trainer, really does a good job up at the school for all the teams. He talks to our team all the time about how to stay safe and how to do the right thing. So my hat's off to him. He does a great job.
Nothing was as strange last year, though, as seeing you guys walk out for the opening coin toss before the basketball game.
Ain't there something? I mean, it got to be just kind of the running joke every time we go out there.
But, I mean, it's what we had to do to play.
We do what we have to do to play, exactly, for the kids so they can get out there and have some fun. They put their hard work to test.
And I meant to bring this up when JJ was still with us, but she talked about the student section and all that. You never realize how important the students are and the band is and all the fans in the stands until you go to basketball games and those people can't be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We got streaming the games and all this and that. But, getting back to the Butler, when we played down there, it was just extreme. It was like Coach said, it was electric. The sweat, you were sweating. It reminded me of the old days when playing in those older gyms and the people were right down on you, and it was great.
Well, are there any other new rules or anything that fans need to look for this year?
Well, I'm doing the clinic. They've talked about the vaccine a little bit, and they talked about the masks, and that's going to be up to the KHSA and the school districts what they're saying. So that's kind of what I've seen so far. I've not seen any masks in the stand. Very few. The jump ball, I'm hoping is coming back, because the flip was kind of funny, But anyway, sometimes it worked for you and sometimes it wouldn't,
Well, I'm kind of really old school. I kind of wish we'd go back just tossing the ball up every time there's a jump ball.
Yeah. Yes. That was back in the day. That was schools would get them tie-ups and they would be strong, but make the kids they go strong for the ball then, So.
Well, prior to 37, there was a jump ball after every made basket. So, if you had a big guy back then, you were in great shape.
Yeah.
You just keep the ball the whole
game.
Well,
Dr. Naismith put that peach basket up and didn't even cut the hole out of it for a year. We had to climb a ladder.
You would have thought somebody would have said, hey, why don't we just cut the bottom out of it, let the bottom fall out, or let the ball fall out the bottom. So that was, but that's always fun to talk about. And I just wondered if there were any new rules or any wrinkles or anything that you have to look for this year.
Not really. And what the clinics that we went through is just pretty much trying to get back to a normalcy, and it'll be left up to the districts on how they handle situations.
Well, looking ahead toward the end of the season, District tournament, I believe, is here again this year.
Yes, sir. District tournament is here. You know, we got the Class A. We're playing in Dawson Springs. We're up in that bracket on January 10th. One change in the schedule on January 8th. We're at the West Kentucky Prep Showcase at Crittenden County. We were going to play Butler County, but now we're playing Owensboro.
Okay.
That's just a change, and we'll put that on the KHSA.
When you look ahead to the All-A Classic, who are the teams to beat in that this year?
You know, I think that Lyon County and Crittenden County, you know, they're down there in the same bracket together, are very strong. UHA is going to be a surprise team, I think. So I think Lyon, Crittenden down there in that bracket, I think if we grow like I think we can, I think we're going to be able to compete in that upper bracket. We've got Dawson Springs, Fort Campbell, and Livingston. So I think it's a toss-up between 3 or 4 teams.
It feels like it should be about our turn to host that All-A thing again.
I know. When does that happen? I mean,
seems like every time it comes around to us, we get jumped a year, and then we don't get to have it. So.
Jeff Doom told me a story about it one time where he got off track, and I can't remember it, but I'm sure Jeff will email me and tell me if he's listening.
Well, looking at the 7th District this season and the end of the year tournament, again, we'll be at the Cab. Madisonville looks pretty good going into the season, and Hopkins County Central picked up an addition and should be pretty good, so it's going to be a competitive district.
I think so. You know, LaGrange is back for Madisonville, and she's strong as ever. She's a great player. I love watching her play, unless she's playing against us. But she's a good player, and she'll help that team. Hopkins County Central got the girl that came in and played there, she's a very good, talented kid. She'll probably mix in good with that group, and they'll be tough. And then Dawson Springs, I think they're going to be good. You know, it's going to be a competitive district.
Dawson's got everybody back from last season.
Yes, sir.
So.
I mean, you can't overlook them. Yeah. I mean, because Amanda does a good job with those girls.
Looks like overall, though, you have a pretty competitive schedule put together this season too.
It's going to be competitive. We're going to have to play. You know, we got the 6th, 7th challenge on December 4th playing Union County, and they were runner-up in the region last year, so they've got just about everybody back. They're going to be tough. Christian County, Murray, we're playing Murray at home. You know, it's going to be tough. I've never played Fort Campbell since I've been here. We're going there to their place in January, so it's going to be tough. Tillman's going to be tough. I know all those kids. They're going to be really strong.
Did I see McCracken on your schedule too?
No. We are playing freshmen and JV against them. Yeah.
So at least you're kind of working them in. To get ready at some point. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, good luck in all that. When you look at the second region, who's kind of the favorite this year?
Well, you know, I think Madisonville, I think Henderson, of course, is a really good team. I think Kiki will have a good team at Christian County. Crittenden County's got a guard that's pretty daggone good. They lost their big girls, but I think they'll be competitive. So, you know, there's 3 or 4 there that I think Hopkins Central, you just don't know how they're going to mesh, but I think it's going to be a competitive region.
Yeah, I noticed, just mentioned it a few minutes ago, but looking at the schedule, everything is kind of back into its normal place this year, and of course we hope there are no more COVID issues that affect anything. Football had just one game that didn't get played because of COVID, so hopefully we're getting back closer more to normal.
Yes, sir. Then I think, Todd, the girl, as far as our girls are concerned, they're coming in just like normal. They remember how it was, and they want it to get back to that way. They're playing hard. They're doing all the little things as far as the masks in school. Whatever they tell them to do, they're doing. So, you know, we're ready to get back to some normalcy.
Talking this morning with Chuck Mitchell, the Lady Tiger basketball head coach. Appreciate J.J. Griggs coming in this morning. She's the assistant coach. Dwight Meeks, Caldwell County Youth Incorporated president, is also with us. Need to get to another timeout, though, on the show. Back with more after this here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Raider Auction Company, Hopkinsville, buys and sells farm equipment every day. Find out more at RaiderAuctionCompany.com. That's ROEDER AuctionCompany.com.
From the Weather Edge Weather Center, 90% chance of rain on this Veterans Day. Could be pretty windy at times. Today's high 62 degrees. Mostly clear skies tonight, low down to 40. Sunny skies on Friday, 50% chance of rain in the afternoon. Friday's high 54 degrees, 46 and sunshine on Saturday. Once again, our forecast today, 90% chance of rain with a high near 62 degrees.
The holiday season is just around the corner. Perhaps you need to spruce up your home, or maybe you need some maintenance on your vehicle to get it road ready for holiday travel. And then let's not forget about purchasing all the gifts. At ABC Finance, we can help with loans from $500 to $12,000. Decisions are made quickly, usually within an hour. Apply online at abcfinanceonline.com or stop by our locations on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville and the Princeton Plaza in Princeton.
Trice Hughes has been serving Western Kentucky for over 60 years. Their experienced sales force, ASE certified techs, and all the friendly folks at Trice Hughes have worked to become your family's exclusive automotive dealer. The home team that's kept our families safe on the road for generations. From work to play and everything in between, your home team has what you need. Stop by and drive the difference. Our home team, Trice Hughes, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
This is the Sideline Report at 1580, 103.3 WPKY. Thanks for joining us this morning. Caldwell County Youth Incorporated President Dwight Meeks is with us. Chuck Mitchell, Caldwell County Lady Tiger basketball head coach, in the studio with us as well. And Dwight, we talked a little bit earlier, but basketball season's right on tap for you guys, just like the high school team.
It is, and like I said, we're excited. The numbers are up. We had a little problem getting coaches, but now we've got the coaches. We're starting practice tonight, and then we'll play a season, boys and girls with them, and then then we're into like a CCDL, I think, where they play the All-Stars against Crittenden and Lyon, Livingston, Trigg, kind of the old 5th District.
Yeah.
Todd, we remember that.
Yeah.
And so we'll be looking forward to that, and then right after basketball, well, Chuck, I guess we'll get our gloves out and play baseball next.
Yeah, it'll be baseball season before you know it. So.
I'm getting back to football real quick. I got to experience being on their coaching staff, and Craig Lewis, Timmy Brashears, Trevor. They did a marvelous job with those boys. I was kind of a gopher. I go for this and go for that. Snapped a lot of helmets, and
we did. We were official snappers.
We were official.
You need those kind of coaches.
Yeah. But I had a blast, and those guys did a wonderful job with those 3rd and 4th graders. And Coach Meeks here kept us all going. So it was just I want to thank all those guys for letting me be a part of that. Landing plays, and I got to run up and down the sideline and have a good time. So.
Yeah, and I want to hit on about our 5th and 6th. Now, their coaching staff this year, Carl and rest of them, they didn't have a great year. They took their lumps, but listen, they were out of practice all the time, and practice makes perfect.
That's right. They worked.
And, they just didn't quit. So it's not all about winning every time. So next year those guys will be moving up. Steve will have some of them. Then our 4th graders will be moving up.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the season they had, and to see that they still went to practice, still trying to get better, that's something to say about those kids. It really is.
Well, and you're trying to build for the future with those junior pro teams, and who's to say that some of those 5th and 6th graders in a couple of years might not get bigger and stronger and be key players on the high school team.
That's
exactly.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
So, the record might not be great right now, but you're kind of building for the future.
That's exactly right. And, we usually try to have 2 teams. This year, the virus, we were scared to have 2 teams. Now, the 5th and 6th didn't have the numbers. We did at 3rd and 4th. But we were scared if we did go 2 teams, we wouldn't have enough. And hopefully next year, that we'll have the numbers will be up for 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th. More kids will get more playing time, which makes Will's team better later on down the road.
Yeah, because you're developing 2 quarterbacks in each age group instead of 1.
Right.
More running backs, more linemen. You can never have too many of those guys. So
That's right. And Will tell you that pays off.
Yeah, for
down
sure.
The road. Yeah. He will.
Well, my understanding is the Jamboree comes here next year, the postseason Jamboree.
That's correct, and we're really looking forward to that.
Yes, sir.
That's your moneymaker. That's what helps your program out for the next several years, And so we're looking forward to that. We had a great team this year that helped us. The board members stepped up, took the money. I know Chuck stayed after hours with me. We were the and Dustin Cash. We were the cleanup crew. They found us something we could do. But I want to thank every board member, everybody that helped us, and the concession. I better say hats off to my wife.
You better.
Because
she
done a good job.
Even Coach Barnes, he come to the games. The kids, he even talked to the teams.
He did, yeah.
I think that's huge for a program, and we really appreciate him doing that.
Yeah.
Well, a good year for the 3rd and 4th grade team. Did you guys give up many points at all this season?
Gosh.
The weekend we was 60-0 in 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think we give up over 50 points.
And that's a testament to the coaching staff and the teams that we lost one of our better players in Daxton, and he was out probably 4 or 5 games at the end. When you lose somebody like that, and then Jace steps up, and he was a workhorse. He was a workhorse. All those kids stepped up. Branch did, Trendon Branch, all of them stepped up and went for it. They didn't get down. So I was impressed with that.
Well, your son, he went out with a hand injury for a little bit.
Yeah, he broke his arm playing volleyball.
So we had to get another quarterback, and Rocker Lewis stepped up there.
Yeah.
Daxton was going to play some quarterback.
Yeah.
And so Bo Bashir came in, and
he's going to be a dandy. It's kind of odd. Daxton broke his arm at a birthday party, and Landon broke his arm hitting a volleyball. It had nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just told the rest of our kids don't do nothing but play football.
Play football. You won't get hurt here.
Yeah, you won't get hurt.
Well, I'm looking forward to the much shorter trip to the Jamboree next year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's not the best ride.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's not the best ride, but we're looking forward to it. I know the guys that'll be coaching. I know the fans will be looking forward to it, just like what you're saying, Todd. So, hey, like you said, baseball's here, and then next thing you know, football.
Back
we're going to try to do a little bit something different and try to sign up a little bit earlier for football next year so we can start fitting those guys for their uniforms and everything. So, parents, just be ready. We'll be hitting you up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
We were talking about throwback stuff earlier, and just wanted to point out one thing, that with the consolidation over at Hopkinsville, with Hopkinsville and Christian County, they're looking for a new nickname, and so you're always talking about nicknames. However, if they go with Wolves or Wolfpack or anything that's not Tigers, for the first time in over 100 years, Caldwell County will be the only Tigers in the 2nd region.
Wow.
So we will finally have the nickname all to ourselves.
Yeah. Wow.
That just occurred to me the other day.
When's that going to take place? 2 years?
I'm not sure how quickly they're going to consolidate. Didn't they say this new school would be built in about 3 years or 4 years? So that's kind of going to change even your scheduling plans now that you're going to have a huge school over there, and no longer Christian County and Hopkinsville. They're trying to decide what they're going to name the new school, but I guess that will affect everybody a little bit. And we don't have to worry about Henderson County being the largest school in the region anymore. It'll be the new Hoptown, Christian County, Pennyrile, whatever they call that school.
Yeah, it's huge.
So I always think that's interesting, looking at the nicknames. I saw some of the names they threw out there, and I wasn't really all that overwhelmed by them. I do like Wolves or Wolfpack, something like that, but Chuck always liked those names like Somerset's the Briar Jumpers. I love those original nicknames that people come up with.
That's when in Harlan County, when Kaywood, Cumberland, Everett's combined. Of course, you had Wildcats and Redskins and Trojans, and they come up with the Bears, Harlan County Bears. So if you've never seen that campus before, you can get online and look at that campus. It is fantastic. When you walk through it, looks like a mall, a big mall, and a big stuffed black bear coming in, so it's pretty cool because there's a lot of black bears in that area.
Bracken County, I think it's the Polar Bears. I've always been interested by that one.
I played them one time.
Not a lot of Polar Bears in Kentucky, I don't think, but that's what they went with.
No, I played them before. So down there on the river down there in Cincinnati.
So be interested to see what Hopkinsville High School finally decides, or Christian County High School, or whatever they're going to call it. But like I said, I know you'll see some different schedules coming in the future for football and, volleyball, basketball, I guess everything, because there's going to be one less school as far as that goes, but Heritage Christian Academy in Hopkinsville is coming on board. So
that'll take their place. Yeah.
Well, will you guys be looking at maybe playing them at some point?
Yeah, that'll be an option for us for sure.
Are they in the All A this year?
Not in ours.
Okay.
No, but I think they will be in the next one.
So interesting times for basketball.
Yeah.
As you guys get ready to get going this season, what's some things you guys need to work on and get better at as you approach that first game of the season?
Rebounding for sure. Conditioning has been pretty good, so they should be in pretty good shape because the numbers are down a little bit, so they're going to play more minutes. But rebounding is going to have to be, and we're going to have to find that person who wants to get to the rim with the basketball. We're working on that, getting strong, using the dummy pads to beat on them a little bit so they can get stronger. So rebounding is the number one issue. We got a lot of shooters. I told them we just need a lot of makers now.
Yeah. Dwight, anything else with Youth Incorporated?
Well, basketball, like we said, is going to start here pretty soon. And if anybody, Misty takes care of the referees and stuff. Chuck and Dustin Cash and them, their players help us keep the score and stuff. And thank you so much, kids, for doing that. But we, if you want to volunteer any with Youth Incorporated, we need every now and then somebody to help take up the money at the doors. And if you just contact me, boy, I sure could put you on a job there.
All right.
Okay.
All right, good deal. I appreciate you guys coming in this morning.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I appreciate Chuck Mitchell, Caldwell County Lady Tiger basketball head coach, and J.J. Griggs for coming in this morning, and Dwight Meeks, Caldwell County Youth Incorporated president, sitting in with us this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap us up on the Sideline Report for this Thursday morning. This is Todd Griffin of WPKY Radio and YourSportsEdge.com. Thanks for joining us here on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The judge at Kyle